Well, it's a pleasure to meet you and talk about this film. So what comes through your mind when you're offered a project where, you know, James Cameron, Robert Rodriguez, John Landau, everybody's involved?
Yeah. At first, I think, did they email the wrong person? And then when I
I
double check and they say no, you do have the part. Yeah, I was quite baffled, but you know, happy to take it on and was ready to work hard and prove them right.
Because they create a world that, you know, just beyond anyone's imagination. How is it on the day-to-day set kind of experience, you know? What is real, what is not, what is...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, day to day, what's great is Robert creates such a kind of, although it's this big, massive movie with a giant scale, it does feel quite like an indie film. Most of the people that work for him have been working with him since Spy Kids, Dusk Till Dawn. These people are, you know, quite a family. And then day to day, I mean, they created one of the most incredible sets I think I've ever seen, with so much detail and so much attention to these like minute details that only, you know, probably being there you'd recognize. And yeah, it was just nice to be immersed in a world like that. Wasn't much real acting to do when it's all real around you.
It's totally the kind of film that you want to see on the screen in its finished version, right? Because so much goes on from when you film it to when it's out, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, when I finally saw it the first time about a month ago, I was just astonished with, you know, what I found most interesting is how they were able to expand a set. You know, we have a certain set, and then they'll put a small green screen at the end of the set, and they're able to just expand that to infinity. I think that was so amazing to kind of, you know, start with something small that's practical, and then just add on all in, you know, visual effects.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Tell us about him, Hugo, right? The
yes,
character.
Hugo.
And he's quite charming and layered at the same time, so tell us a bit about
Yeah, very layered. I was very happy to play a character, especially in a kind of blockbuster film like this, who had layers, because very rarely does that ever happen. And I think that every character kind of has, you know, there's something else to them. And I think that it was, you know, it was nice to play a character who's this kind of like young man trying to get by and, you know, maybe not necessarily doing things he's proud of, but doing things that he thinks he has to do.
No, it's true. And how was it working with Rosa in the sense that was she wearing real clothes on set, all these things, or was it?
Yeah, it was a full. So she had a full performance capture suit with a helmet and a performance capture camera that would, you know, take all of her face motion, and then they would have a reference double who would wear the outfit that ALITA ends up wearing in the film, who would then come in and do the whole scene just for reference. And, you know, so after every single take, and that was quite interesting, after every single take, they'd have to have the double come in, do all the motions, just so they could see, you know, what the fabric would do on the shirt, the shadows that it would create, simple things as how her hair would, you know, go to one side or the other, you know, all these things just for pure reference. You know, they don't use that, but they just use it for reference. Quite interesting.